Hello everybody, it's your boy Mark here, and it's been a minute, but we're going to be jumping right back into SC2VN, or Starcraft 2 visual novel. There we go. But, with that being said, I just thought, you know what, let's just jump into this. Gonna plan on this being a shorter recording session, and let's just go into what seems like there's a good, continuation of the story. Alright, so let's get into it. I checked the map on my phone for the second time after reading the sign for a third. This is definitely stomping grounds. A deep breath helps calm my nerves. Seconds later, I push open the glass door and make my way inside. Pretty much as expected, computers, vending machines, tables, and the sound of 24 mice and keyboards. PC bangs are nothing if not similar to one another. When a shiver runs down my back, I realize the AC in there is cranked up ridiculously high. I read somewhere that casinos pump in extra oxygen to keep their patrons awake and alert. Maybe this place has tried to adapt the same tactic to their cafe. A middle-aged woman sits behind the front desk. She glances up at me when I pass by and returns her attention to the magazine splayed out in front of her. A quick scan of heads lined up in front of monitors offer me a few potential stunts amidst the sea of crumbs. By his sales description, he's short and has bleached hair. I'm able to narrow it down quickly and confirm his identity with a look at his monitor. He's in the middle of a ladder match, and he's playing Starcraft 2 with one hand. The other is occupied with the game on his cell phone. All the same, Stunt's crushing his opponent with a rush build, and by the look on his face, he takes great pleasure in that fact. His enemy sends one salty liner before dropping out of the game without a GG. Stunt grins wide and puts his hands behind his head, satisfied. Ooh, yeah. After checking the post-game stats, he glances over his shoulder and then spins his chair around to find me watching him. Sup? Something you want? You're Stunt, right? That's me, and who are you? I'm Mock. Stunt lights up, stands upright, plants his hands on his hip, all at once. Right, the foreigner that Estelle messaged me about. I was starting to think you wouldn't show up. Let's get this bet match going. Hey everyone, the bet match is on! What? Damn it, really, Estelle? Before I can attempt an explanation, a crowd of 6 or 7 middle school-aged kids forms behind Stunt. I don't see myself talking my way out of this. Bet match, right, that's me. Yes, that's what I'm here for. Another chobo gonna try to bet match Stunt?
When will they learn? He's the best cafe player. Hey, Stunt, will you buy me a juice with your winnings?
Stunt ignores the peanut gallery and takes a step forward, sizing me up. Judging by his appearance, he looks like he just started high school. I'm at least a head taller than him. Sal said that you were down for 15,001 bet. But come on, you can do better than that, right? How much were you thinking? 25,000 is a much better number. Wouldn't you say? Come on. You had to drag your ass all the way over here to play. Let's make it interesting. That's what, $20 or so? I'd have to skip a few trips to Go Mark, but I can't risk having him turn me down. Okay, fine. 25,000. What are we going to do about the maps? Best of 3, right? Nah, best of 1 is fine. My time's too valuable. And in a show of good faith, you can pick the map. Sal wasn't kidding about this kid's cockiness. Whatever. At least I can choose a map with a long rush distance. I find a seat at a computer nearby, not too close that we could glimpse at one another's screen. A locked window stares back at me as I sit down. Of course, I need to pay to use the PC. Before I can head back to the front desk, the stunt slides in front of me and takes the mouse. Yo, I got it. Consider an investment for the money you're about to give me. He unlocks the machine with a few clicks and entry of a password. Huh, that works. After I thank him, he slinks back over to his setup. Stunt shares a few confident words with the underage crowd behind him, and then throws his headphones on. I host up a game and toss him an invite. It's not long that after I'm staring down my base and 6 workers. Cannons, 2-gate, 4-gate, blink, proxy robo, proxy stargate. There are a dozen different ways that Stunt could end this game early. Let's see. His young, untrained talent favors unorthodox play, bad taste in hair dye. As a precaution, I scout around the interior of my base to ensure that I'm not being cannon rushed. As I discover I am, just outside my vision range and dangerously close to a worker line, a cannon finishes building. Some losses in a defense are inevitable, but if I can handle it well, this should put me ahead of Stunt. It's gutsy of him to risk a best of one strategy like this. Practically all I have to do is scout to score a victory. By microwaving my injured SCVs away from cannon shots, I'm able to end the rush at a low cost. In truth, it seemed like an exceptionally weak attack. Was Sal trying to hype this kid up for nothing? I end up only losing 3 of my workers by the time a single cannon is dead. Now, where's that probe? There it is. With his probe down, there's no way he'll be able to drop down any more cannons. Still, he's planning his next move. I have to decide what comes next. If he's transitioning to something standard, this would be the perfect time for a counterattack. His tech has to be lacking. There's no way he'll have strong enough units to defend a marine attack. While this seems incredibly unlikely, there's always a chance that he might have another attack ready. I want to err on the side of caution. I should stay on my base and simply tech up, but that might give him enough time to get back into the game. I should make this call based off of what I know about his playstyle. I feel like he likes the unorthodox things, so that either means he's going to, I think, stay on the defensive. Even though I'm giving up a chance to win the game immediately, the safe thing to do is tech up on dropships. But it looks like I won't need to. My precautionary scout uncovers an ambush waiting in the dark corner of my base. With more than enough units to space to micro my marines, I dispatch his zealots with barely any losses. A cannon rush feint into a proxy gate? Absolutely ridiculous. With his rush routed, Stunt quits out of the game without a GG. I won, with surprising ease too. Stunt pushes through the dumbfounded crowd and comes stomping over, fury in his eyes. He really didn't expect to lose. You blindly scout the smoke in your base after a cannon rush? Are you kidding me? Who does that? I raise my hands defensively and skirt away from the victory screen flash across my monitor. Whoa, calm down. It takes like 5 seconds, and you have a reputation for those kinds of builds, you know. He makes a disgruntled sound and stares hard at me. You got lucky. What are you yelling back there for? I didn't tell you to sweep up the bathroom an hour ago. Stop screaming at our customers and go do something useful. Lord have mercy. Without warning, a woman at the front desk paints Stunt a bright red from across the room. She glares at him for a moment longer before ducking back behind the counter. Talk about lousy bosses. His anger replaced with modesty, Stunt scratches behind his head. The middle schoolers have mostly dispersed, evidently destroyed by the cruel realization that their protest god can bleed. Sorry, that's my mom. Anyway, you beat me. Let me go get your cash. His mom? Even worse. I can see the resemblances minus the bleached hair. Explains how he unlocked my PC at least. Actually, wait, I didn't come here for a bet match. What? But we just played one. I don't have to pay for you then? What? No, I'm recruiting for a new team. Sal mentioned that you were a free agent, and I wanted to see if you'd join up. I guess he thought it would be funny to trick me into a bet match with you. A foreign team. Why didn't you just send me a message or something? No, a Korean one. And Sal said, you'd probably assume I was a fanboy and block me. Although, I get the feeling this is just an excuse for this whole setup. Man as hell, couldn't we have just kept this simple? What if I had lost? Stunt pauses and reaches for his phone. Distracted or no, he manages to carry on the conversation. Nah, blocking you sounds like something I'd do. Anyway, who else have you got? We've got... Wait, Jet is technically still on VIP. Can I tell him that she's planning to leave? What if you tell someone? Why didn't I think ahead of time? You've got... We have some good players about to sign and sponsor in the works. Nothing official. We're trying to keep everything under wraps until then. Sounds sketchy. A mystery sponsor and mystery players. He doesn't seem convinced. I can hardly blame him. This is the sort of thing that is unfortunately common in esports. But Estelle didn't vouch for you. That's worth something. And you beat me. The future Protoss Bonvois. Bonvija? What is that? No, not skip mode. What? What's that? Is it Q? Ah, whatever. I'll learn about that word later. I blink once, look away, and take a tactical pause. Oh, if your mom will let you move out, that is. He rises to my bait and straightens up, both fists clenched. You're damn right she's gonna let me. Alright, dude, consider me signed. I've got room and enough money to pay for food. We're in business. Stunt pauses and lowers himself from the tip of his toes. What's the team called, by the way? Like I said, it's a work in progress. I'll let you know when it's picked out. If we're not named yet, I want a say in it. How about Azure Blade Phoenix Snipers? What even? Kid, this isn't a shonen anime. Yeah, probably not. While Stunt reveals in the afterglow of being signed to his Starcraft team, a thought occurs to me. Wait, don't you go to school? Let's just say I'm in between schools right now. I don't bother trying to divulge any more information. If you can live in a team house and perform, that's good enough for me. Some promising young pros deferred school for brood boar back in the day, and if Starcraft doesn't work out for him, at least he's got a future cleaning up stomping grounds. Right, the mysteries won't last for long, I promise. I'll be in touch if you need to show up somewhere. If I need you to show up somewhere. Okay, but I'm gonna hit you up for practice games tonight, if that's cool. Be online. Sounds good. Welcome aboard, kid. The fiery Protoss player lifts his chin for a final grin before heading to one of the PC Bang's back rooms, probably to gather a broom and dustpan. I grace Stunt's mom with an innocent expression on my way out. She answers my smile with a glare sharp enough to make the hair on the back of my neck stand up. I step outside and suck in a deep breath, relieved. The warm afternoon air is sweet and feels good on my lungs. One down. The stairway to my apartment was empty as usual. Sometimes it feels like I'm the only person living in this building. Isolation was a major concern when I was thinking about coming overseas. If my Korean wasn't passable, it'd practically impossible for me to be anything but lonely. That's something I don't need to worry about anymore, I suppose. Sales proven a vibrant, crowded, and busy. Everything my life back home wasn't. Proven to be vibrant, crowded, and busy. Whatever. Something as simple as crossing the street can be exciting for someone who has never been in an urban environment for more than a few hours at a time. It sounds stupid, but it's true. Still, before meeting Estelle and Jet, I barely talked to anybody offline. Starcraft's one-on-one nature doesn't exactly lend itself to social introductions. It'd be easy to get in touch with the foreigner community out there, but I have very little desire to skulk around bars with the jaded English teachers and washed-up businessmen. Why bother? I sink into my chair and jam the spacebar a few times to wake up my PC. I practice enough at Golden Zone Fire after recruiting Sun, so I don't bother loading up Starcraft. Jet was pleased to hear about my new pickup. It told me it was smart to hold off on telling Stunt who she was too. I'm sure she'll announce her plans on her own time. She'll have to once we're picked up our last player at any rate. With a few clicks, I'm staring at a common Starcraft fan site. The most interesting stuff goes on in the scene posted there, and what people vote as best rises to the top of the page. I don't often visit the Korean community sites. I like them just fine, but I prefer to read English when I get the chance. But no matter where you chose to get your Starcraft news, you'll find no shortage of netizens sharing their opinions on which player is awful or why the game is imbalanced. Today seems to be no exception. A foreign pro gamer just called it quits, and the comments about him are ridiculously scathing. LMAO, good riddance. Dude was washed up anyway. Left the scene without a GG, typical. He was underperforming recently, but people forget just how much time and passion gets put into even a mediocre professional's career. The worst part is that most of the people talking smack are either now leaguers or don't play the game at all. Are low leaguers. Take out my phone hoping to find something on it to distract me from the mindless match. No text, no new emails, the same as when I last checked 15 minutes ago. It's been a while since I've chatted with my friends from back home. Most of them know about my esports aspirations, but none of them really get it. There's two reactions when someone learns that you play video games full time. Either they roll their eyes or they tell you how lucky you are. It beats a boring minimum wage job, but sure as hell isn't easy and plays less for all but the best. Yes, they don't mention that between games on Star League streams. Pretty much everyone I went to high school with is enrolled in college. I can hear the social lives, internships, can't help but feel jealous. So, this has been another episode of StarCraft. We finally found the player that Estelle was talking about, Stunt, who is a worker and assumingly a freshman in high school, who is working a PC bang. So, very interesting person, and we'll see how his unrefined talent can be used in the team. And hopefully with not the name he suggested. But other than that, I hope you really enjoyed the episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one as we continue our StarCraft 2 visual novel adventure. Like I said before, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Toodles!